Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and today I want to talk for a couple of minutes about rotation. Now, if you've been playing Pokemon TCG Live for the last 3 months, you're wondering, why am I wasting my time making a video about rotation now? Rotation happened 3 months ago, so it was confusing to a lot of new players back then. I understand it. If you're the first time you're going through rotation, it's confusing, but it's not that big a deal. We all adjusted to it in Live. Not a problem. But why is it an issue now? For those people that were holdouts on Pokemon TCG Online, and I don't blame you if you were, no judgment there, it certainly is a better, more stable client than Live is today. I think a year from now, Live will be okay, but we got to wait that year to get there. Unfortunately, that's kind of what I suspect. Let's say you waited to go to Live. So yesterday or 2 days ago, I was playing on PTCGO. I was playing my Arceus Inteleon deck, a deck I've enjoyed playing, Arceus V-Star, the Inteleon engine. I managed to save the deck list before I migrated, and I imported the deck list here into Live, and that won't let me play the deck in Standard. Why not? That's because rotation happened. Rotation happens once a year. Basically in Pokemon, which is similar to all trading card games, rotation happens. So there's 1 year's worth of cards that get rotated out, meaning they're not legal to play in standard decks anymore. In Pokemon, we can play cards in the last 2 to 3 years. Right now, we can play cards with the E, F, and G regulation mark. I'll show you what those are. It's that D block of regulation marks that has rotated. But rotation happened when Scarlet and Violet dropped. So that's why we got Scarlet and Violet about 3 months ago in Live, so rotation happened. But in PTCGO, Scarlet and Violet never came, so rotation never happened. So if you're had been playing for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, year and 9 months in PTCGO, you haven't seen rotation. So it may be confusing to you. So what's happened is cards with the D regulation mark is in the lower left corner. We see this D here. They're no longer legal. You can see on the Inteleon, when it shows up in my deck, it's got the red symbol with a line through it saying, nope, can't play this card. So this Sobble has got an E regulation mark. You can play, I said E, F, and G still, so that's legal. My Arceus, F regulation, that's good. So Pokemon, Inteleon Engine, it's gone. Zacian V, can't play that. Eternatus VMAX, can't play it. Things like Capture Energy, a lot of special energies you can't play. All of these type-specific special energies that are a big part of Lugia Archeops, they're gone. Those decks change. And probably most meaningful that you're going to have to deal with is the change in trainers. Things like Quick Ball, that's gone. Marnie, that's gone. Scoop Up Net, that's gone. So Scoop Up Net, a deregulation mark, can't play it anymore. There's not really a good substitute for it. Quick Ball, you'll certainly learn, yes, that's rotated, but Nest Ball is in format. It's similar, a little different though. It goes to the bench, not the hand, so you don't want to get your Lumineon V to play with Nest Ball because you can't use the ability, but that's here. Oh, so I'm looking at Nest Ball, I called it up here, and this doesn't have any regulation marks, so it's an even older card, but it lets me play it in standard now because they reprinted the card with a G regulation mark. So if it's a reprint of an older card, you can play that too. I can see that with my Professor's Research, right? My old Professor Oak art, which I like. It's got a deregulation mark, but the card's been reprinted. Say Professor's Research with Professor Sada, a G regulation mark. I can play it. The same thing is true with Boss's Orders. It's a deregulation mark, but I can play it because that's been reprinted. Cards like Palpad stuff fall in the same thing. So some cards, there's simple replacements for. Quick Ball, Nest Ball is often the replacement card, though it may not be, right? Evo Incense is gone. That's a blow for sure. Marnie's gone. Judge, though, is a very similar card, so that is in rotation. So you'll have to make adjustments what to do. Certainly Limitless is a good place to look for deck lists. Look at content creators, obviously. Uncommon Fossils YouTube page is one of the best places to go, and there's some other good content creators out there as well. 10 Types that I do my podcast with, he's certainly good, and a lot of other good big names out there that I'm sure you're familiar with or we'll find easily. So rotations happened. If you've made that recent switch over to Live, you might be confronting it for the first time a little confused. It's okay, you'll get used to it. Live itself, some things you will get used to because some things are just different. Some things are bad. I can't deny that. And I'm recording this before the next big update. Hopefully the game still works after that. but rotation is here. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. Change is good. Embrace the chance to play some new decks and play against some new decks. It's a fun thing. It's part of the fun of the game we all love in Pokemon. Take care.